This is dead. This game is dead. This series is dead. This platform is dead. If I had like $1 for every time I heard somebody say that something, whether it be a TV show or a game or a platform of any kind, live stream or whatever, if I had $1 for every time I heard somebody say that, I would probably be able to afford like 10 PS5s and 3 games each. It's just ridiculous. And it's actually an incomplete phrase. You know, people will mainly say this. And I'm, I'm going to tell you right now, I've had a lot of people shit on me for the games that I play. Not just one, but several. And they constantly tell me that whatever it is I'm playing is dead, and I should stop playing it, which makes no fucking sense to me. The whole point of playing a game is to have fun and to enjoy. But there are people who will be like, this game is dead, stop playing it. This game is dead, stop playing it. Wouldn't it make a lot more sense that if a game was going sunset or was shutting down? I'm talking live service games. Wouldn't it make a lot more sense that if a game that was a live service was shutting down, that the people making the game and the publishers that released the game would release a notification saying the game is sunset? And wouldn't it make sense to just play that to the very end? I don't know why people are treating this like it's some kind of where's the fire scenario. You know? It's like, okay, this is shutting down. I have to jump out real quick and go play something else. It makes no sense to me. Every game that I have ever played that I've ever seen sunset, I played until the very last seconds of that game. No matter what it was, no matter what we were doing. When Overwatch 1 became Overwatch 2, and then obviously went back to Overwatch because, seriously, why? Um, we played those matches until the servers were shut down to give us the next iteration of Overwatch. When it came to Ghost in the Shell, First Assault, Standalone Complex, I forget what it's initially called, we played that game and all of its matches until the servers shut down. When it came to games like Highguard, I played those games until the server shut down. I got every little bit of gameplay out of those games before they shut down. Because it made sense. If a game is shutting down, make the most of it. Get what you can get out of it, get your fill, and then when it shuts down, you can move on to the other thing. But we're not doing that anymore. Instead, it's like, game is dead, move on, leave. Which, to this day, still makes no fucking sense. If this is a game that people enjoyed and people cared about and people really enjoyed playing, wouldn't you want to stay until you couldn't play it anymore? You know, maybe I'm just long in the tooth or something, but that's what I would do. That's what a lot of gamers would do. That's what a lot of gamers have done. And then one day, it actually hit me. When people say the game is dead, they just move on from it. They're saying it not so much as it's factually accurate. They're saying it is because they want a response from the developers. Because what they're actually saying is, this game is dead to me. Because they're not getting what they want out of it. They're not getting any progress, and they're measuring the survivability of a game based on updates, which is not an actual metric. There have been games that have been around for ages. Single player, multiplayer, single with live action results. There's a lot of games that have been around for the longest of time that haven't received updates. Counter-Strike. Before it became Counter-Strike 2, the last major update to Counter-Strike was 10 years before we finally got Counter-Strike 2. 10. You know, but there are games that haven't come out yet that we're still waiting for an ETA on, and people don't say those games are dead. Case in point, The Elder Scrolls 6. That's been on the books for 7 going on 8 years now, with no ETA, nothing behind the scenes, no information other than we're working on it. But people don't seem to think that game is dead on arrival. GTA 6 has been in development for quite a few years now. $2 billion budget. We didn't see anything up until the first trailer, which was, I think, last year. And for a while, we never once thought, well, they're not working on this game anymore. And it was radio silent the whole time. It amazes me how we are measuring games based on the frequency of updates, which makes no sense. Because people are going to play those games while they are able to play those games. This whole notion of, as soon as you hear this game is ending, jump, that doesn't make any sense. Where's the fire and where's the smoke? Another thing that bothers me is that they're saying this when there's no indication from the people making the games that they are sunsetting the game. I'm not getting updates. There's no updates or progress. Game's dead to me. That's what they're actually saying. But they got rid of the to me part or to them part, whatever you want to look at it, and they just said this game is dead. Instead of just making a statement, they turn it into informative. Instead of just publicly declaring to yourself that this game is dead to you, you're saying this game is dead, and you're letting that go out into the world like wildfire, like hotcakes. It's just a form of manipulation. It's a passive-aggressive tactic. Tell people that a game is dead and that they should go and do something else. Makes it more likely that the devs might get a response out of you. That's what this whole thing has been. People bitching and fussing and complaining about the most tiresome, irrelevant shit that doesn't really impact or has anything important to do with the games. And it's not just one game I'm talking about. I'm talking about several. Marvel Rivals is a whole other thing. I mean, my God, that whole player base is just bitching and fussing about every little thing that goes on in that game. Oh, they nerfed this character? Well, game is dead. This character got nerfed. Well, game is dead. Oh, you won't do this? You're doing gotcha stuff? Game is dead. This is happening. Game is dead. That's happening. Game is dead. This is going on. That's going on. But the blah, 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 the yakety schmackety. Game is dead. Game is dead. Game is dead. But yet the people making the game haven't even once said in any way, shape, or form that they are sunsetting the game. And even though that information is the one thing that would definitely say this game has died and confirms it, people will still say this game is dead. Because it is. To them. Not dead in general. Not confirmed by developers or the publishers, if applicable. The players are saying this game is dead. And what they are saying is, and when they say that, what they actually are saying, this game is dead to them. They're not getting what they want out of it. They're not enjoying it. They're angry. They're frustrated. They're flustered. But at the same time, you can't threaten or pressure the devs. So let's go the passive-aggressive route. You say that the game is dead and tell that to people, and then they will leave. And then apparently when the developers see that people are leaving the game and are leaving the Discords and moving on to other stuff, they will somehow be some kind of wild knee-jerk reaction where the devs will suddenly pipe up and say, hey, guess what? Haha. And that's just a load of shit. From review bombing other games on Steam to just saying game is dead with no viable proof whatsoever. All this aggravation and frustration and passive-aggressive nonsense to push people to respond to a game, to respond to you about a game and something in a game that you may want to see, to the point where it's like, I'm willing to say if I can't have you, no one can, but then say that they love and support that game. That's not love and support. That's conditional. I'll love it as long as I'm getting what I want out of it. Parasocial much? Whenever I hear somebody say this game is dead, that's what they're actually saying. It's dead to them. And until they get what they want, they're going to make sure it's dead to everybody else. So the next time you hear someone say this game is dead, they're actually saying it's dead to them. And it's all for what? A pitiful little response that they don't even need. Let me tell you something. If you genuinely love a game, play the fucking game. If you like and enjoy the game, play the fucking game. If people don't like the fact that you are playing this game, who fucking cares? You're not playing for them. They can go pound sand and touch grass, kick rocks, or whatever it is we're doing nowadays. Have an orgasm. I don't know. But this whole notion of this game is dead, don't play it anymore, that's just a manipulation tactic. And it's a dumb one. Just play what you play and enjoy what you have while you have it. Because you never know what you got till it's gone. A good example of that, Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3 on GOG. They were $9, man, and I didn't jump on that. Just play what you got while you can. Just makes sense.